In the Belize district, the winds and rains associated with Hurricane Nana were lower than expected. Early on Wednesday, challenged by the pandemic, anxious residents kicked into gear to focus on hurricane preparedness plans. On the islands of Caye Caulker and Ambergris Key, residents and tourism stakeholders were quick to secure their properties and boats. They weren't taking any chances, having been tremendously impacted by past disasters.
From early in the day and into the afternoon, people were preparing. They were boarding up their houses. They were securing their boats. They were moving their boats from the front part of the island to the lagoon side, which is on the west side. And also I saw people that they were securing their docks, just to make sure that they were stronger in case of any storm surge. So people were, even though projections were that the storm was going more to the south, people here on the island they still took all the necessary precautions and they secured their properties.
When the warnings came out, I think the island went into high gear, which is fine. You can never be too over prepared. It's better to be over prepared than under prepared. So everybody started boarding up their windows, getting their food supply. From our angle, we started to prepare the shelter as well, and we waited on word from NEMA when it was time to open the shelter. Boats were being pulled up. Everything was in high gear. The offices, various offices on the island, they were securing their equipment.
While there was a level of precipitation off and on, there were mostly squalls throughout the night. That's the extent of the storm experienced by these prime tourist destinations.
About maybe 10:30, we started to witness some squalls of showers and gusts of wind. It felt like what we would consider like a north, like closer to October, November, when the north start coming in. And you could actually feel that change in the air. It felt good since it's been hot, but that's what we started to experience like maybe 10. At around 11:30, that's when another rain came down, and that was harder than the first one. And the same thing, the wind came in gusts, and you could actually feel it blowing a little bit harder. And then closer to midnight, we had wind.
It didn't feel like any big storm was coming. There was like a couple, like I would say, like for maybe about 10 to 20 minutes, it began to rain. Just like after 6 o'clock, it began to rain, and the rain was like off and on. It was a bit strong at the beginning. It will slow down, then it will pour down for a couple more minutes, and then afterwards it stopped, and it was just drizzling, and then it stopped. So like around 8 o'clock, like after 8 o'clock, it didn't rain again. It was just like a slight nothing strong, just like a normal breeze.
The San Pedro Town Council, along with stakeholders today, began a beach cleanup following a quick assessment this morning which indicated that debris, including sargassum and other objects, had washed onto the beaches. Luckily, there was no damage to any properties on the islands.
This morning, you could see that there was a lot of debris on the beach, a lot of sargassum, seagrass, and other objects that were washed ashore during the night. So far, as far as I could see and get informed, no significant damages to any properties.
We do have some debris on the beaches. It's nothing major, and we experienced some erosion, but it's nothing significant. So there's not much to talk about. Thankfully, we're very fortunate. This Nana was good to us.
A number of businesses have reopened and activities on either island have returned to normal, as much as is allowed under the countrywide state of emergency that is. Duane Moody for News 5.